Well, hello everyone, it's Kari back again on the channel with a fun Valentine's card to share. Today I am using some tiny little envelopes from this mini die set from Miss Ink Stamps. This is called Lots of Letters, and there are some little hearts or wax seals that you can cut out for each of these envelopes. And I'm going to be using those with a stencil and a stamp set today to create a cute little card. Now I've used the medium sized envelopes on this die cut. There is a large one, small, and some medium ones as well. So there's some of each. And then I've also elected to cut out the hearts to seal these envelopes. And I used some gold metallic paper for this. I think this would also look beautiful with white or silver, even holographic paper. If you have like a mirror iridescent, that would look so pretty as well. Today I've got my gold metallic cardstock, and I'm just going to place those on each of the envelopes here and seal those up. Now these I cut out of 3 different shades of pink. One's kind of actually a maroon, so really a dark red, and then I've got a hot pink, and then I've got a bubblegum blush pink maybe. And I think that's so cute for a little card to use lots of different colors. Now, if you don't want it to be too pink, of course you can throw in some different colors like blue would be pretty, or a turquoise, or even some gray. And I'm going to use some gray with this stencil right here. This is the Square Dance stencil from Miss Ink Stamps. It is a great little stencil. I love it. And I'm going to bring in some Distress Oxide and Pumice Stone. So this is a beautiful gray that will go with these pink shades. And I'm just going to ink it on with my brush. I am holding it still with some magnets, but also using my hand just to make sure that it doesn't shift on me. Now it doesn't matter that I missed the center because we're going to cover it up with a square full of envelopes. So I die cut out a square using a die from my stash, and I'm going to place all those envelopes on the square, just kind of spacing those out equally. I'm just trying to get the layout here before I glue them down. So I'm going to place them and gently move them around until I get something that is sort of, it's like this. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, but you can use a ruler if you want to. I don't have enough patience probably for that. But this worked out just fine for me, and I held down that square with the magnet and then picked it up using my gem picker tool and added some glue underneath and just put those down. Once I get those glued down, I'm going to move them around a little while the glue is still wet, just to get them in the place that I think is just about right. And that looks good right about there. Now you can use a ruler if you want to. I didn't use it. I think that looks pretty good to the eye. And now I'm going to bring in a stamp set called Llama Love. This is from Miss Ink Stamps, and I have the coordinating die for it, and I'm going to place that down on the image that I've already colored. I'll tape it down with some low tack tape and run it through my die cut machine and cut it out. And I've also stamped out the sentiment I want to use. It says, "Sending a whole llama love." Isn't that cute? I'll just trim this down to be a nice size to fit on my card panel. I just want it to be a sentiment strip like this. It's still just a little too long, so I'll trim that just a little bit more. And then I'll place it down on the card panel just like this. That's going to look great right about there. Now for the image, I'm going to pop it up with some foam adhesive, and I'm also going to pop up the sentiment to give it a little dimension. But the panel, the square panel with the envelopes, I will glue down with liquid adhesive. So that's going to look good right there. I'm just going to dry place that, and I think it needs a little something. So I'm going to take some hearts I had previously die cut from a die set from Miss Ink Stamps. I think this is from the Postage Seal and Shaker collection. That's the heart that comes out of the little XO in that collection. And so I'm going to use that as a little embellishment on our card today. So I'll glue down the envelopes just like that. And then I'm going to place the sentiment with the foam adhesive and line it up to the left, just like that. And then I'll add our image right on top. And look how cute he is. Now I'll just place those hearts down using my gem picker and some liquid adhesive, and our panel is ready to go onto a card base. So I'll fold and score my card base. This is really nice and thick paper. This is Neenah 110 pound. And I'll go ahead and glue that down with some liquid adhesive. So that looks great, just like that. Now this panel was just a little bit longer than my card base, so I'm going to trim the bottom just a little bit to make those line up. So I'll take my scissors, trim that off. There we go. And there's our cute little Valentine card. How cute is that little smiling llama with those mirror gold hearts on the envelopes? Oh, I think I got a little bit of a spot of ink right there, so I'll take my sand eraser and just erase that off. And there's our little Valentine sending a whole llama love. I hope you enjoyed this project today. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We have a whole lot more inspiration coming your way. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you are having the craftiest February ever. I'll be back real soon with more cards to share more inspiration. So I'll see you then. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.